Hello there, traveler, and welcome to round 2, better known as Pokemon Crystal version. Need not stop in my Pokemon journey, so let's start this. So first off, I get asked if I'm a boy or girl. I choose a man. I then get waked up and asked what time it is. Down to the millisecond. I am then greeted by the wise old tree. He greets me to the world and shows me a new creature. Look how beautiful it is. After a little while, I tell him the legends of my past journey through the Kanto region. But he already knows that. I know for sure. After I find my one true name, I realized that I was in a coma for 3 years and finally come to consciousness right in the middle of my room. I then go downstairs and find a mom that is a lot better than the first one. This one actually cares. She then tells me that I need to locate the magical elm tree. I will find it, mother. So then I go and search for the mystical elm tree. I then find it hidden in this building. It tells me that it will grant me a wish. Only if I do something for it. So I agree, but the only wish that I get is a choice of a starter. And I get to choose between a flaming porcupine, a little alligator, and this weird plant. I choose the porcupine! Haha! After I get my first Pokemon, you get told by the M to go over to Cherry Grove and find the oak tree. So I now know my mission. Oh, look at that fucker up there. I just noticed that fucking bitch while I'm editing this shit. He won't come back later. He's just a normal ass side character. So then I then start my journey on the first route. Oh, I'm sorry. The 29th route. And this is the point where I got lost for a while. I'll let you know when I find my way again.
75 hours later.
I finally find the grove and go to the Pokemon Center. Hell yeah, it's back! I then finally find the place I'm looking for and find the mythical oak tree. Tells me about some shit that I don't care to read again, so I'm just gonna skip over this part. Yada yada, I think it's something about a Pokédex next and trying to complete it. I don't really give a shit. I then get told to go back to Elm, so that's my next stop. I then get a call from him and everything has gone to shit at the Poké Lab. So he tells me that I need to get the fuck over there now, immediately. So then I make my way over there and find this asshole. So asshole challenges me to a battle. He sends out a Totodile, and I send out Cyndaquil.
And I immediately think to myself, this is gonna be bad. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
It takes a little while, but then I finally kill old Totodile. And asshole loses. I then quickly get out of the way of asshole before he mows me down. Then I finally get back to the Pokemon lab to see what all the commotion was about. Then I see that the police are here. They finally found the drugs that Elm was storing in the back office. I then help Elm and tell the cop who the drugs actually belong to. I then tell them that it was Jack Ass, the person I battled earlier. After the cock gets off of Elm's back, I speak to the magical tree himself. I give him the egg that Mr. Moneybags gave me. He jumps back. That's when I then start to leave. Then I'm off to the first gym where I'll get my first gym badge. Sim. Some random ass motherfucker kidnaps me and shows me how to catch a Pokemon. I get to skip ahead. I then run around in tall grass where I find my first Pokemon. Look who's back. I catch Rat as he will serve me well through this journey. I make it back to Cherry Grove and immediately go into the Pokemon Center. Yes, immediately. After that, I get taken on a tour of the town by this guy. Then I get the map card for my Pokegear. And that's when I make my way to the next town. I battle a few things along my path. Then I make it to Violet City. I go to the Poke Center to heal up my Pokemon. Then go and challenge the first gym. God, it's been like 1 or 2 weeks since the last time I started editing this video. Fucking hell. After I get out of the Pokemon Center, I go to the first gym, the Flying Gym, and try to beat it. I take out the first 2 of the gym people nice and quickly. Then I go after the gym leader and challenge her to a battle. And in case of her, that's what I'm gonna say it is. Fuck you for thinking otherwise. She pulls out a Pidgey, I pull out Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil uses Amber, Pidgey uses Mudslap. Yep. Cyndaquil uses Amber again. And Pidgey dies. She sends out Pidgeotto. Who I send out on the Rat. Then I go ahead and heal Cyndaquil. Pidgeotto used Gust. Killed Rat. So I send out Cyndaquil again. Cyndaquil uses Amber. And then inflicted burn onto Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto using Gust. Didn't do anything. Burn got it under half. Yep, and another Ember will kill it. And that's how I won my first gym badge. Yay! As I leave the gym, I get a call from the elm tree. He brings up the egg and tells me to go to the Pokemon Center where his assistant is waiting. So I now know where I'm going next. So I go to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon and talk to the guy. He talks about Professor Ellen's research and gives me the egg to take on my journey. And as another part is edit down, fucking the whole rest of the game to go. Fucking hell. It's gonna take a fucking while. I try to go this way, but get blocked by this weird ass tree with the 2 nutsack leaves. So I go south. I make my way to the ruins of Ralph. Then I go in here and find a puzzle to solve. Very interesting. Let's see all my mistakes. It didn't take too long and I finally got it. Well, would you just look at that little fucker? Purdy. I then fall to the floor. And wind up here. There were those fucking statues everywhere. There are those weird ass Pokemon. I don't know what the fuck it is. There's a big point on watching me. I finally get out of there after being attacked by a slutty Vaporeon. I'm not explaining any further. I then make my way this way. Go across this bridge. Then I finally make my way into the next town. Then I find this guy that's trying to sell me Slowpoke tail. Better be cooked. Motherfucker doesn't have a thought in its mind. I don't want to catch whatever it has. I then go to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon. And then make my way to the next town. This bitch. I go into this cave to find the magical jewel. Oh, sorry. I don't know what came over me. Okay, I'm good. I make my way through the cave. I make my way out of the cave, then go into the town. I then go to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon once again. I then make my way to the gym and find out that it's locked. Again, fuck it, it doesn't sound fucking right. Whatever. Okay, so I talked to the guy that makes Pokeballs for a living. Balls. 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 Balls.
You see, the Pokemon balls, Batman, they're so scrumptious. I'm gonna give me some Pokemon balls, Batman. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Joker, do not touch the balls on that Lucario, or I will put you down like the dog you are.
Get a fucking room, you two. And also get the fuck out.
Go, get.
So then Ball Guy tells me to go and save these Slowpokes. It's because Team Rocket is chopping off their tails for some fucking reason. So I go into the cave where they're holding the Slowpoke hostage. I find Jesse 3 years later, and he's been doing good. Good. So then I beat the Team Rocket grunts down here. Then I set the Slowpoke free if my mic will work and not fucking blow shit on it. I talked to the maker of the balls. Yes, the Slowpoke is the maker of the balls. And I get a lure ball from Ball Guy. Then I go to the next gym. And I figure out that it's the grass gym. This is going to be easy. Told you so. So easy that I don't even give a shit about fucking showing, talking around the battle. As I exit the gym, I save my game, and it's on to the next battle. So then I go to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon before I leave town. When I leave town, I get stopped by Asshole. Asshole challenges me to a battle, so he agreed to the challenge. He pulls out a Ghastly, So I pull out Quill Lava. Quill Lava uses Quick Attack, but it does not affect Ghastly, so Ghastly uses Hypnosis, which puts Quill Lava to sleep. I try to get Quill Lava to wake up, but he will just not wake up. Ghastly used Lick, didn't do shit. Ghastly used Lick again, it was super ineffective. Then Quill Lava woke up and used Leer. Fucking laser eyes. Then 2 embers and the Ghastly is dead. Then Asshole pulls out a fucking crocodile. Fucking don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just gonna call him fucking alligator. Pulled out the gator. Likes his arm a bit. So I release Batsy to fight. Batsy only knows supersonic. And the crocodile uses water gun and one-shots Batsy. So I didn't go for Geo Jerk. Fucking Geo Jerk. And use Iron Defense. Geo Jerk gets one shot. Then it's time for Rat. I think Rat also gets one shot. Yep. Then Quill Lava. So I keep using Quick Attack, and the Fire type kills the Water type. Perfect. So Quill Lava leveled up to level 23, and I win the battle against Asshole. After... what the fuck is this thing? After this bat. Here it is. Ain't it pretty? Got a nice mouth on it.
It has a nice mouth on it. Have you seen his mouth? It's such a nice mouth. Look at those little teeth. It's full of them. It's fine.
So, 1 ember and the Zubat is dead. Jackass was defeated and he calls his Pokemon useless. He doesn't give a shit about them. He gives a shit about no one. His life is very miserable and he'll never find love. So I go back to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon and run across this weird ass glitch. I then make my way to the next town, going through the forest. Fucking oddish. I find this guy, he lost his Legender, and his boss is going to be angry at him if he can't find it. So I go and find this guy's Legender. So I find the Farfetch and have to do a puzzle to get it back to the guy. Bye bye! So I got back to the guy that lost a Legender. And this guy gives me the TM for cut. So I change cut to Quill Lava and I clear my path forwards. And find this. I think it's a very magical place where there's a very special Pokemon that you can get. But I never do find it. So I finally make it to Goldenrod City, and I go to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon. I then leave the Pokemon Center and head north, and I find a Team Rocket grunt outside the Pokemon Tower. I speak to the Team Rocket grunt outside the tower. He's in awe of the radio tower.
He's in awe of the radio tower.
I walk around the radio tower for a few minutes. I talk to a few people. Then I leave. I then go to the gym and try to do the gym challenge. Next thing I know, the egg that I had hatches. It's a piece of shit. It's a very fitting name. Very fitting. So I find my way through the gym to get to the gym leader. I then finally make it to the gym leader and challenge her to a battle. She sends out a Jigglypuff, so I send out Quilava. Quilava uses Ember. It was super effective. Jigglypuff uses Defense Curl. Jigglypuff's defense went up. Their Ember kills the Jiggly bastard dead. And it was a crit. Barely not much, but it's still crit. She then puts out another Jigglypuff. Another Ember gets the Jigglypuff down to low. Ooh, another defense. Another Ember kills it dead. One more Jigglypuff. Oh fuck, wait, that wasn't the gym leader. Okay, this is the gym leader. Fuck. Okay, so she sends out Clefairy, and I send out Quilava. Quilava uses Ember. It did fine. Clefairy uses Double Slap. Didn't do shit. Another Ember. And the Clefairy's almost dead. Clefairy! I don't know if I was questioning it or I knew I was fighting the gym leader with the way that that's pronounced. With the way that is phrased. One last Ember kills it dead. She then sends out a cow. Oh, some big fat tits. Look at them big fat tits. Oh, big fat tits. So Quilava dies. So then I put out Batsy and use Life Leech, but Rollout kills Batsy. So I send out Geojerk and Geojerk dies. So I send out Rat and Big Fine Tits stomps Rat, stomps on the Rat. Then I just lose. So I We fight her again, and this time I win. No, I win. She then blows a fuse and will not give me the badge. Board ain't effective. I then leave and make my way to the next town. I then get shot at and run into the next route before I get killed. I then get lost in the forest for a little while. And finally find the exit. I then go up to this tree and find the mythical iceberry.
Iceberry. 5 gum. Gives you a boner. 5 gum. It'll give you a boner. Iceberry flavor. 5 gum.
So I find this wiggly ass motherfucker who does block my path and get forced to go back to Goldenrod City. I then go into this flower shop and talk to this girl. She talks about the wiggly ass tree growing on Route 36 and she wants to see it, but it's too dangerous for her. Or is it? So then I go back to the tree and take a piss on it. It attacks me, then runs away. How the fuck does it jump over trees? I can't even get through them. So how the fuck does it? So I then make my way to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon, and I find Bill. He talks about the time capsule, so something that can transfer Pokemon from older games to from Gym 1 to Gym 2. Gen 2. I might use that in the future. Sure to get some of my past Pokemon, well, at least 1 or 2 past Pokemon into other games, just because I want to. It also gives me an idea for a future Pokemon video. It's gonna be annoying trying to pull off my idea, but it's an idea. I then go to the next gym and start. Oh wait, the gym leaders in here. Well, fuck. So then I then go to the Pokemon Tower instead of the Radio Tower, like last time. I then leave the Pokemon Tower, do some grinding, and then go back. I then go up here and find the EB girls, and I challenge each one of them to a battle. So I take out the EB fiends and get Surf. I then go west across the water. Oh yeah, I have a duck now. I then go to the Pokemon Center and heal my Pokemon. I did a lot of shit that I cut out. I also got an Eevee from Bill. I don't remember where I last left off but I started walking around the Pokemon Tower and found Asshole here. He challenged me to a battle. I battled him real quickly. So get done with that battle and immediately fall down into a hole. Where I go, I don't know.
Kitty!
I mean, it's a doggy. I don't know which one it is.
Kitty! Where you going, kitty? Little kitty? Kitty!
So after finding the kitty, I go and this guy came out of nowhere to talk to me. He talks to me about Suicune for a few minutes. Then I make my way back up to the surface. Ah, yes, the surface. Here it is, the surface. Once I get out of the Pokemon Tower, I start to make my way to the next gym. So I make my way out of the Pokemon Center and go to the next gym. I think this is the fighting gym. I don't fucking remember. It's been 2 months since I've played this game. And I've been editing this fucking video. So I make my way across the floor that I can't see. I then find Snake at the head of the gym. And I challenge him to a battle. So he starts off with a Ghastly. I send out Quilava. Quilava uses Ember. It one-shotted Ghastly. Then that snake-ass motherfucker pulled out a Haunter. Here I use Ember. The Ember almost killed it, but it wasn't enough. Ghastly tried to use Hypnosis, but it didn't work. Another Ember, and one more Ember kills it. Perfect. Morty then sends out a Gengar. Snake ass motherfucker. Here, use Ember again. Put Gengar a bit over half health, but it can't escape now. Another Ember gets under half health. And it uses Gengar to... Wait, what the fuck did I just say? And Gengar uses Sleep at Hypnosis and puts Quilava to sleep. Quilava uses Leer and it woke up. So the laser beams come out. Another Ember gets it down low. And one more Ember kills it. And that's that gym done. There wasn't another fucking Haunter. What the fuck are you talking about? There wasn't a Haunter there. He only had 3 Pokemon. Did you know that? What you knew that? He only had 3. There wasn't a fucking Haunter. No. He only had 3 Pokemon.
So I'm going back to the Pokemon Center again.
I then go to the mart and buy some balls. So I make my way east to the I don't fucking know. I then make it to Mahogany Town. I then go up here and spot a very special Pokemon. I then go rush to get it. And oh boy, if I remember correctly, it was fucking hard to get. I finally catch it after they're loading a save game a couple times. And name it Gary. I then find Lance down here staring longingly at a sign. He has a 1,000-yard stare, and he can't do nothing. I then chase down Lance to wherever the fuck he's going. I then find him here, right in this building. Move, bitch! Get out of the way! He finds some stairs leading down into a secret base. So we go around the secret base for a while. Glow lava then evolved into Typhlosion. I find Lance again. I do what the CIA does with scientists that know too much. Red and blue makes purple. I kill a rat for the 1,000th time. I then find asshole again. He just stares at me, looking traumatized. And runs off. I then find Jesse. I then find James, and he's not doing too good. From what it looks like. I then kill some electrodes. More like the electrodes kill me. Me and Lance stop the
radio signals that are coming from the CIA. You know it's them. They got the radio signals coming from the fucking satellites. Yeah, the satellites. They're flying around 10 feet in the air. Yeah. They float 10 feet above the air and travel at Mach 10.45. And have auto body systems that make them allow them to travel around anything that they need to not crash and stay undetected. Only the CIA knows about them. But now you do. You do.
I then go to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon. I then challenge the Ice Gym and try to figure out this puzzle, which take me fucking 30 minutes to figure out finally. I then take out the gym leader with no problem at all. And get the next badge. I then make my way back west. And oh, it takes a while walking. I then make it to Olivine City and go into the Olivine City gym. But I first find asshole. After I have a chat with my asshole, I go and challenge the gym. But before I challenged the gym, I had to go to the lighthouse and find the gym leader that was at the top of the lighthouse. Lighthouse! I go up the lighthouse, but I then remember there's a special item that I can get across the fucking map. I go in here, talk to this guy, then I make my way back to the lighthouse. I make my way up the lighthouse. I then talk to the gym leader, and she says that her Pokemon here is not breathing, and I have to go across the ocean to get medicine for it. Yes, across the ocean. So then I make my way across the ocean. I finally make it to Chainwood City and go to the Pokemon Center. I go to the Chainwood Gym and challenge it. I find this pink ass motherfucker. I don't have strength, so I cannot challenge this gym. I then go to the dealer to get some drugs. drugs. I then find Suicune. Then I go back across the forest and ocean. I then get strength from this guy. Then I go back across the ocean. And then get back to the gym and kick this rock out of the way. I got stuck. I then beat this gym leader real quickly. I then go back across the ocean. I then give this woman the medicine. One man! And I go to challenge the Olive Vine gym. I then force this bitch to eat a banana the long ways the opposite direction. After shoving it down her throat, I get the next badge and make my way to the final gym. After a long while trying to make my way to a cave, I finally get out and get into Blackhorn City. I'm just going to keep rushing through this until we get to the Elite Four. Because I'm fucking tired. I then make my way to Violet City. Make my way through Spout Tower. Got HM Flash. And got a escape rope which I used to escape the building. I then went back to Chainwood City and talked to this bitch. And got HM Fly. I then go back to Goldenrod City. I then go to the Rio Tower and clear it out. I find a faker at the top of the tower. I spot one of the other floors. Just to the left of the floor that I'm on. Right. I then go into the warehouse and clear it out. I find a Team Rocket base and my asshole finds me. I beat my ass. I then finally find the guy that I came here to save. Then I went to the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon. I then talked to this guy for a minute. I then go to the Lake of Rage. Then I go back to Blackhorn City. And go into the Pokemon Center to heal my Pokemon. I then go here. And go in here to learn the lore. I then beat the Wisedree here. And I then went over here. I then find the main three here. Two of them run off, but the one I'm after stays and challenges me. So I use somewhere around 100 Pokeballs, but I finally get Suicune. I then go back to Blackhorn City and heal my Pokemon. I then make my way through the gym. I beat this bitch. And go through my final challenge behind the gym. I get to this house, answer a few questions from this guy right here, and make my way back out of the cave. I go to Cherry Grove, and I speak to the elm tree. I then make my way to the Elite Four. I then had to go here And hello there, my good sir. Do you know about Bird and Saver, Legendary? I then find HN07, and then I make my way towards the Elite Four, towards the Indigo Plateau. And here we are. We're almost there at the end. I only have one more part left to edit, and I'll do that tomorrow. But we are almost there to see if this run was for something or if it was for nothing. We will know soon if I win or if I lose. If I beat the Elite Four or not. So then the first thing I do is sell everything I don't need for the battle. And afterwards, I buy stuff that I will need for the battle. Then it's off to the first battle of the Elite Four. I'm just gonna go kind of quickly through this because there's about an hour of video throughout the whole Elite Four and end of the game. Round 1, Will! So he sends out an X2. I send out Typhlosion. X2 dies pretty quickly with an Ember and a Flame Wheel, but Typhlosion takes a few hits and gets down, and gets very confused about it. He sends out a Slowbro, so I send out Gary. Gary got confused and hit itself, and Slowbro used Psychic, but it didn't kill Gary, and Slowbro got the final hit on Gary got the final hit on Slowbro. Will sent out a Jinx, so I put his Typhlosion back out there. A Ember gets it down to half health, but Jinx uses Psychic, which kills Typhlosion. So I release a Sacrificial Owl and use a Max Revive on Typhlosion. And one more Ember kills it dead. He sends out another X2. I think that's how you pronounce that. So I send out Suicune. Suicune gets confused, but 2 Aurora Beams kills it. Then he sends out an Executor. So I send out Typhlosion, and it gets one shot by Flame Wheel. So that's Wheel done. So the next Elite Four member is the gym leader Kogo. Whoa. His spider dies to 2 embers. He sends out a Fortress. An ember one-shots it. Give it a minute. Okay. He sends out a Muck, 1 ember, and it turns into this tiny ass little thing. What the fuck is that? A few embers later, and it uses Sludge Bomb, which gets a crit. God damn, that was a lot. 1 Flame Wheel, and it finally dies. He sends out Golbat, I send out Suicune, a few Aurora Beams, and Golbat dies. He sends out a Venomoth. It kills Suicune with a Psychic. So I send out Typhlosion and use Ember. So I defeat the Magic Ninja. Then I go after Bruno. He gets taken out pretty fast, along with the other hag. Yep, there she is. Then it's time for the grand finale, where we end this run. The end of Gym 2, and what will be the start of Gym 3 at some point in the future. here's a champion, Lance. Okay, so the first Pokemon that he sends out is a Gyarados, so I send out Typhlosion. Yep. So I quickly, as fast as I can, switch to Gary. 3 he Dragon Rages and I kill Lance's Gyarados. Lance sends out a Dragonite, so I take back Gary and send out Suicune. 2 Aurora Beams kills Dragonite. Lance sends out Dragonite. 2 more Aurora Beams and this Dragonite is dead. Then Lance sends out Dragonite. How many fucking Dragonites does this motherfucker have? 2 more Aurora Beams and Dragonite finally dies. Then he sends out Horodactyl. So I send out the Sacrificial Owl again. I heal Gary. Aerodactyl will miss the Sacrificial Owl. So I heal Suicune too. The Sacrificial Owl finally gets hit. So I switch to Gary. And Gary gets killed by 2 Rock Slides. So I send out Typhlosion. And there's the Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl gets a crit on Typhlosion. So Suicune comes out and gets hit with a Hyper Beam. But Suicune uses Aurora Beam and does a shit ton more damage. 1 more Aurora Beam and Aerodactyl is finally dead. Then it's finally time for Charizard. So I send out Duck to be a sacrifice to heal Gary. Gary comes out and lands his last Hydro Pump. And it wasn't enough. And then Gary gets killed with a Hyper Beam. So instead of using Suicune, I sent out my Eevee because I had not used it that much. And guess what? Eevee uses Tackle. Well, Charizard uses Hyper Beam. Almost kills Eevee. But Eevee gets off that last tackle and wins it for me. All thanks to Eevee. Eevee's the one that killed Lance's Charizard. Didn't even have to use Suicune for the last hit. Eevee was the one that did it. So I get done with the battle and the oak tree wants to talk to me. So I talk to the oak tree for a little while. And I follow Lance to put my Pokemons into the Hall of Fame. And here we are. The end of the game. So okay, so crying, nobody's gonna watch this shit yet, but for those who do, let me know if you want me to go to the Gen 2 Indigo League with my team here. But this journey has came to an end. But don't worry, there will always be a next one. Soon to be the Hoenn League. But this is the end of this journey now.